Buddies, mental health check-in. This is going to be a bit of an oxymoronic mental health check-in because I'm about to read some of the people, but let's walk and talk and walk with me. I'm feeling a little rambly. I felt definitely triggered by this social media craze that I saw, and I want to project some of my opinions and see what the temperature is from some of y'all on this topic on this beautiful Thursday out in LA. So this is a bit of I don't know how you classify it, if it's an unpopular opinion or maybe it's a popular opinion, depending on what some of y'all might think. But for me, the personal mental health journey that we all go through, some of it doesn't need to be documented publicly. Talk about it after the fact when you reach the other side, but these need to incrementally announce what you're going through at times can be very insincere and disingenuous to me. And the topic of the day is celibacy. I've seen people recently posting about their celibacy journey and just making little public notes. For example, 6 months, no sex. Why do you need to have this public announcement about you not engaging in sexual activity? Why do I need to know how many days you've gone without having sex? Now, I respect celibacy. I respect the journey of it. I've had my phases of celibacy for my own personal growth, and come on the other side of it feeling like I've achieved and accomplished something, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful thing. But never did I ever feel the need to announce to anybody other than my spiritual self that I was going X amount of days without sex. What do you need? Do you want a cookie? Do you want a trophy? What it does is it makes you look like you're unhinged, that you don't know how to handle sex. And that's a very unattractive quality to me, to see somebody advocating that I haven't had sex. It's as if you don't know how to adult and have a sexual encounter with somebody without feeling some type of remorse, or that it's affected your ability to mentally connect with somebody. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like you have an unhinged mental issue with connecting and identifying with people. It's very, very unattractive to me, and it doesn't make any sense to me either. Keep that to yourself. Keep it to yourself and figure out what your journey and your growth is like. And that's why I always advocate for people to meditate, because I don't think the issue is sex. That's not the issue. Having sex with people and, losing your decorum on how to proceed with a connection because now you're clouded by the intimacy. Sex and intimacy is a beautiful thing. It's a way to connect with people. I'm not trying to push that onto anybody. However you deal with sex, that's on you. Everybody has their own qualms with that. Some people are more sexual than others. Some people have different, ways of sexually connecting with people. And it's completely up to you. There's no right way or wrong way to do it as long as it's consensual, right? My thing is, what I have realized people's issue is a lot of people just don't know how to connect. A lot of people do not know how to actually connect with another human being, period. There's a lot of selfish, self-absorbed people out in the world who have lost their sense of relatability. And when you learn how to relate and connect to another human being, it doesn't matter whether you're having sex or you're not having sex. You'll be able to separate, and you won't get clouded and caught up in these false connections, and you'll be able to better separate the person from how good, great, or bad the sex was. And I think that is the major issue. I even saw somebody post about how people who have one-night stands is the equivalent of being a psychopath, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's just a shock value type of comment just to garner people to have a visceral reaction. But that's also absolutely ridiculous, because there's a lot of issues outside of casual sex that people can have when forming or forging a relationship or a connection with somebody. There are people who don't have casual sex but are still narcissistic and still take advantage and abuse people with or without the notion of sex. People like to highlight sex as this entity that's just like overpowering and all-consuming. Y'all need to get out of that. It's literally just a natural physical form and action that anybody can engage in. Don't let people trick you into thinking that just because you have sex with somebody that all of a sudden, your morals and standards are, warped and there's something wrong with you. And you should be in tune with who you are, know what you desire in life, know what feeds your soul, and act accordingly. Connecting with another human being is simple. You be observant, you pay attention, you get to know them, and you understand who they are based off of their actions, not the things that they say. That's how you forge meaningful connections, is identifying people's characteristics, their ideologies, their traits, and seeing if it's relatable, seeing if you can understand, seeing if there's compassion there, seeing there's empathy there, sympathy. And a lot of people just completely gloss over that. It goes over their heads. They just don't understand the simplest form of just connecting with people. And so they go on these soul retreats of trying to reach some sort of transcendence. I'm gonna go on a sex cleanse. Again, that's completely respectful. Do what you feel that you need to do for your own personal growth. But when you announce it, it really gives, I need attention. I want somebody to clap for me and pat me on the back and tell me that I'm doing the right thing. That me not having sex makes me a good person. It makes you a weak person. It makes you look desperate. It makes you look chaotic, unhinged, and mentally fucked. So continue, have sex, do you. But also learn how to connect with people. Learn how to be real. Learn how to be genuine. Learn how to be authentic. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stop being crazy, people.